Gates are back and away they go. They are racing very slowly away. Hala Hilala in the light blue and orange colours. That's got a very tardy beginning. Away well was Tayar Ali's. Also going well in the early stages is Al Frame, the 12 horse, as indeed is Smeed, one of the reserves he got in late. Al Wathka is also prominent there in the white cap. That's your leading trio. Followed then round the outside by Taj Alanea. Then right up the inner by Tayar Ali's. The 5 horse here, Adtar, one of the fancied runners, is just now working its way into a prominent position, but just being niggled along to do so. Bit of a gap developing to the rest. They're headed by Abu Forzan as they make their way inside the final 500 metres or so. And out in front is Al Frame, the 12 horse, by a couple of lengths to Al Wathkar, who's driven along. Taj Alanair is trying to stay on. Not much yet from Adtar in 4th spot, the white face, not finding a great deal at the moment. They're then followed by Tayar Alayez as they make the turn for home. Just over 400 metres left to go. And it's horse number 12, Al Fraim, who's been on the sharp end throughout. Al Wathkar in second, then Taj Alanair in third. They're inside the final 200 now. Al Fraim got a very good start and is maintaining the advantage at the moment. Al Fraim to Al Wathkar, 12 over the 13 as they race up towards the line. Al Fraim needs that line, getting tired. Al Wathkar dives and gets there. Al Wathkar's beaten Al Fraim. They're off and racing over the 1,200 metres very slowly and awkwardly. Away was Dignity Joy there and interfered somewhat with one or two of the runners on the inside, notably Bonita B. But as they make their way through the early stages, it's Bro from a very wide draw who shot forward to in second position. We've got Amarillo Gold, followed then up the inside by Assad. That's the leading 3. Followed then in 4th position by National Gallery, the 8. And then after that, trying to make headway up the inside rail is your Hebney in the white cap as they make their way through the first 400. Out in front, it's Bro who leads by a couple of lengths to Assad, who's racing in second. Followed then on the outer in third by Amarillo Gold. Then after that, Consensus de Vega. Followed then by the green sleeves of National Gallery. Bit of a gap back to the rest, who are headed by your Hebney. And then trying to get or make some progress around the outside is Stanzo. They're swinging for home. Bro is out in front, having got a good start from a bad draw, has suddenly been enveloped, swallowed up by National Gallery, and here comes Consensus de Vega down the centre of the track, followed then by Amarillo Gold. Staying on again from the back of the field is Bonita B, but it's National Gallery who leads, sat off that very strong pace, and is going to go on and win very easily indeed. National Gallery. Gates back and away they go. They are racing over the 1,400 metres, the 7 furlongs. Good start from Lily Nation, can use that good speed to good effect. Farah Alanea is also going along with the early pace in the yellow and black colours. Another one that's making headway from a very wide draw is Simo in the blue and yellow jacket. They're then followed in 4th position right up the inside rail by Lily Nation, who got away well and has just taken a sit in around about 4th spot at the moment. Then Tilafard is towards the outside. Also there is Wakid in the hands of Camilo Ospina, who's taken up a good posse again. I can see Wiggy aboard Alham in mid-division at the moment in the dark blue and gold colours. Saud Al Kuwait in the yellow and red. And getting a little bit closer now is Baterik as well in the blue cap. Starting to make the turn for home very shortly. Farah Alanea is the leader at the moment, to Simo in second. These two of the reserves. They're then followed in 3rd position by Lily Nation. Still getting closer is Baterik, who now moves into 4th, the sheepskin noseband. Wakid is on the outside in 5th, followed then up the inside rail by Wafi Along, who gets the first mention. A swing for home, 300 metres left to go, and it's Simo, horse number 20, that comes through to take things up to a very very tired Para Almeida, who's racing in second. Now staying on a little bit as well as Lily Nation, who's been very nicely ridden. But can this horse get involved? Out in front, it's Simo, who's still 4 or 5 lengths to the good inside the final 100 metres. And from a wide draw, has gone on to score. It's Simo. Off and racing over the 1400. Damluge, one of the long-standing maidens, was rather slowly away. Good start from Mantukat Al-Jid in the red colours. Big white face of Estijdad is also prominent there in the orange and blue jacket. Another one that's up with the pace is Lozina in the early stages in the red and blue. Art is up with the pace as well in the green colours. Very wide on the track is Calm Universe pressing on. Then Bawarek is in mid-division at the moment, followed then by the black and white colours of Mab Hothar, who's racing in around about 7th at the moment. One that gets a little bit closer as well. There's another long-standing maiden, Curvash, in the white sleeves. So they've gone through the first 400 metres in 35.6 seconds. Out in front, Mantukat Al-Jid leads by about 2 lengths. So in second position, Balea in the green colours. Moving up nicely on the inside is Estijdad. That's the 1, 2, 3. Followed then by Lozina, is now being driven along. Right round the outside, Mab Hothar is getting into this. Followed then up the inside rail by Bawarek, who's just beginning to go backwards somewhat. Right round the outside, looping the field, is Raid Al-Sarrah. As they make the turn for home, though, still out in front, Mantukat Al-Jid leads by about 4 lengths. To in second position, are driven along Balea in the hands of Camilo Ospina. Bawarek is trying to battle on down the centre of the track, getting a second win. Another one that's coming home very well is Moshir from the back, and also absolutely flying is Modern Artist as well, racing up towards the line. Modern Artist is beginning to get up. Modern Artist gets in. They're off and racing. They've gone without Moafak Alib in this mile contest. Aladed was very slowly away as they make their way through the first 200 metres of the 1600 on offer here. And it's Cabrat who's showing good early pace in the red and white colours. Also prominent Mustafi for Wiki. Another one that goes forward is Asa Al Tatwir in the green and white colours. 2 in green and white colours there as they make their way through the early stages. Wage Alda Rayar, another one in green and white colours, is prominent too as they make their way through the first 400 metres or so. And the leader is Cabrat in the red and white colours, also prominent there in the early part of the race is Asa Al Tatwir. Right round the outside now is Messar, the 16, who's got into a good posse. Then Wigberto Ramos aboard Mustafi. Followed then in 4th position by Aladed, who got away quite slowly but is now in a prominent position. Right up the inside, Mardi with that Riyadh form is getting a bit close. And it's Cabrat that's out in front. Cabrat leads by a couple of lengths. To round the outside in second, Misar. Then right up the inner, Amadi continues to make relentless headway. The grey and white colours as they start the swing for home. That's your leading trio. Right round the outside now, getting a good bit closer, is Rayed Al-Wasil. 400 metres left to go. Cabrat leads, but he's being given a pretty vigorous ride. Round the outside and getting a good bit closer now is Rayed Al-Wasil. As they make the turn, Misar is still prominent as well. So it's Misar that goes on here now by a length or so. Battling back in second, Amadi. Then over on the far side, Cabrat, who hasn't given up. But as they go inside the closing stages now, it's Misar that leads them by a length and a half, by 2. And racing up towards the line, it's Misar that's going to be too strong. The 16 has won it, Misar. They're ready and they're off and racing. Quite slowly away was Terei, actually, or certainly awkward out the gate. Good start from Wigberto Ramos aboard Sajwa, who is officially the best horse in this race. Haruf is also prominent there in the red and black colours. Largel Thati is also prominent, as indeed is Najmat Al Shaib in the purple jacket as they make their way through the first 250 metres or so in the sixth on the card here at Taif this evening. Also up with the pace there is Aldarabe, and another one that's pretty prominent as well is Layli Amjad as they head on down through the first 400 metres and a little bit further. And it's Shajwa that's just about the leader at the moment. To in second position, Motasame, who's in the white and red colours. Then right up the inside in the white and black colours, that looks like Aldarabe, who's not too far away. Looks like white and black, but it's white and brown on the form sheet. Another one that's prominent is Motasame. Then right round the outside is Largel Thati. That's your leading quintet or so. They're then followed towards the outside by Hal, who's not that far away, as they start to make the turn for home very shortly. Another one that's up with the pace is Najmat Al Shaib. But as they swing for home now, out in front is Haruf. Haruf goes on by a length or so, horse number 10, to Najmat Al Mahafil as well. It's Najmat Al Mahafil that leads. To in second position, we've got Shajwa. These two. Round the outside in third is Lajal Thati. Then after that in fourth spot, trying to stay on is Motasema. But as they swing for home, it's Lajal Al Thati who leads in the red and white colours. To in second position, Najmat Al Mahafil, who's trying to stay on inside the final 200 now. And it's Lajal Thati that goes on by 3 or 4 lengths, flashing the tail. But that doesn't seem to matter. Lajat Al Thati, racing up towards the line, is going to win this very easily indeed. Gates back and away they go. They're racing. Oh, a very, very errant start there from Watheb Al Khaladir. Just, well, went right to the to its right and now will not be held at all in the early stages. So that's not helping this one's chance whatsoever. Although I've said stuff like that about Arabian races before and had egg on the old proverbial face. Anyway, it's Mansoura Al Ghea who leads in the early stages in a relatively sedate gallop. Black and white colours. Also prominent there is Shibble Nema in the red and black colours. They're then followed in third by the blue of Mawazine. Then right up the inner we have Jay de Carrere. Then towards the outside, Tea Hassan, who's got a nice posse. And then towards the back of the field at the moment, Shalat Al Nakail as they make the turn out of the back straight, and I'm afraid Wathab Al Khaladir is all over the place at the moment. So they're making their way towards the side of the track very shortly, and it's Mansoura Al Ghea that leads. To Mawazine, the blue colours race second. Then at the inside at Shibble Nema. Then towards the outside, look at this, Tea Hassan is making very nice headway. Then right up the inside is Jay de Carrere, then Shalat Al Nakail as well. Swinging for home, no. Mawazine has suddenly stretched the legs and gone on by 3 or 4 lengths. To in second position, Tea Hassan. Then up the inside in third, Mansoura Al Ghea. There in between horses, we've got Jay de Carrere who's trying to stay on. But this Mawazine is well clear as they swing for home. What's it got left in the tank? Nothing from 6 prides today. They're going to try and make it 7th time lucky. It's Mawazine that leads, to Jay de Carrere in second. Then Shibble Nema is in third. Inside the final 200 metres now, it's Mawazine. But the petrol light on the dashboard is on. Here comes Shibble Nema, who's absolutely flying. And also Jay de Carrere. Mawazine's fallen in a hole. Shibble Nema the far side. Jay de Carrere the near side. Shibble Nema has beaten Jay de Carrere. Racing now extraordinarily slowly away. Labib was sleeping on the job as the lids went back there. A good start from Cliffs of Fury into a prominent position early. Also going strongly is Carré Home, who wants to get to the front quickly. So it's Carré Home, the 12, who leads, to Cliffs of Fury racing in second. Then Year of the Dragon, the maroon and yellow colours, followed then by the blue and yellow of Angel of Trafalgar, the sheepskin noseband, in fourth. Then up the inside in fifth is Eagle's Flight. Then towards the outside, Honour and Pleasure. That's your leading sextet. Nice position then from Al Jazeel up the inside there in the grey colours. They're then followed after that by the black distinguishing cap there of Star of Winds, the winner of the King or the Khalid Abdullah Cup from last season. Then after that, at the inside, Labib, who's recovering from that bad start, will have done a lot of work to get where he has. Then Kilauea, the grey horse of the red colours. Also there is Pepperoni Pete, just in advance of that one. The one that took that turn very, very wide was Emblem Eagle. Wigberto Ramos is going the scenic route. But down the far side, and the leaders with Carré Home out in front by about a length or so. Two in second position, the maroon and yellow colours of Year of the Dragon. The green of Eagle's Flight sits in third. Carlo Ancelotti's Honour and Pleasure around the outside in fourth. Creeping closer now, the red cap of Cliffs of Fury, who got a good start, then went back in the run and has now gone on once more. But the leaders, they start to make the turn, is with Year of the Dragon, as Carré Home is going backwards. Cliffs of Fury now moves alongside that one in second. Up the inside, making nice headway, is Angel of Trafalgar in the blue and yellow, coming from the back. Hesselwood as well is getting into this lane as well. So they're making the turn for home. Year of the Dragon has hit the front. Cliffs of Fury, though, in second, is looking to lay down a challenge. Bit of a gap back then to the retreating Carré Home. They're then followed in fourth spot by Star of War, who's trying to stay on, and then Hesselwood as well. And then after that, Angel of Trafalgar. They've swung for home, and it's Year of the Dragon that leads by about 2 or 3 lengths to Cliffs of Fury, who isn't going down without a fight. Hesselwood is getting up a good head of steam down the centre of the track, but it's Year of the Dragon who continues to lead, holding them all off as the race inside the final 100 metres now. And it's Year of the Dragon who's going to be too strong and wins by about 3 lengths in the end. They are now off and racing for the 2,400 metre Arabian race, which closes the card here at Taif this evening. Good start made by Start in the red headgear is your early leader, but now just going past Start and into the lead is Easter du Soleil. Although up the inside as well, we've got Zahi Al Jazra, and Zahi Al Jazra does now lead. Easter du Soleil in second. Start, who got away well, has now just been taken back in the run. They're then followed in fourth spot by the red cap of Baha Zakir, and then at the rear of the field at the moment, Azar, who's last but one, and right at the back is Al Mashar Siala. So the horses coming in 2 by 2 at the moment. They're spread over quite a large chunk of ground here, so the suspicion is that they might just be being a bit over generous pace wise in the early stages. We'll see. Zahi Al Jazra leads to, in second position, Easter du Soleil. These two, the 3 and the 4, are now 7 or 8 lengths on to the rest of them. Pace just seems to have dabbed down a little bit, but it's Zahi Al Jazra that leads to, on the outside, Easter du Soleil. Look at this, they've now gone well clear of Baha Zakir, up 15 lengths clear, possibly even a little bit more. And that one in turn is well clear of Start, who in turn is well clear of Al Mashar Siala. And right at the back of the field is Azar. So they're heading down the far side for the final time, inside the final 1,200 metres. And they're all spread out across Taif here. Easter du Soleil, sheepskin noseband, towards the left, just about the leader, to Zahi Al Jazra, who's racing in second. Lobbing along in third is Baha Zakir. He's getting a little bit closer, but in no hurry to do so. Looks like the rider aboard Easter du Soleil, Camilo Ospina, is ostentatiously holding on to it for a late thrust. Bear in mind, this is the highest rated horses of those with enough form for a rating in the race. And it's Easter du Soleil who leads, to Zahi Al Jazra in second. They're miles clear of Baha Zakir in third spot. and the rest are coming in at intervals as they start to make the turn for home very shortly. Easter du Soleil is just calmly pressing on here now, leads by 3 lengths to Zahi Al Jazla. But look at this, Baha Zakir is now making headway. The lead has not been asked any serious questions yet, but Baha Zakir is getting into this. 400 meters left to go. Suddenly Camilo is firing off a distress flare or two aboard this leader, Easter du Soleil. And look at this, Baha Zakir is absolutely cruising alongside. Far side, Easter du Soleil. Near side, Baha Zakir. Baha Zakir has strolled past, barely out of second gear. And inside the final 100 meters they go. This, Baha Zakir, beautifully ridden by Abdullah Al-Qaidis. He didn't lose his cool, and he gives his horse a pat as well there as they go over the line. Baha Zakir, the winner.